Yeah, man. Turn the notifications on. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure you getting this shit. Hey yo, peace and blessings, fam. Peace and blessings. It's your kinfolk DMR, man. Back to the lab, tapping in again, where we celebrate classic hip-hop albums, legendary MCs, DJs, producers, etc., in the cashmere sweater. I am accompanied by the lovely, the beautiful, the froed out.
They can't see that.
They can't see it.
Yeah, they got to wait for the next photo shoot.
Share the experience.
Content for that. My next photo shoot.
Share the experience. What's good? What's good? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good today.
You know what I'm saying?
Good. Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah. And what we didn't tap in last week. Yo, Kev, what up, Kev? I see you tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we didn't tap in last week. It was Cher's birthday. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people told you happy birthday on the IG and the Facebook.
Happy birthdays and a whole bunch of likes on the reel you made. That was really, really special. And I appreciate, like I said, on the caption, I appreciate all the lab techs, especially friends and family too, and everybody that support Back to the Lab. We truly, truly appreciate your presence, and help pushing this movement forward. We really do.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. And I appreciate everything that you do. All the work that you put in to make sure that this brand is just as successful as it can be. You know what I'm saying? You always putting in work behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, everything. That's why I was like, hey man, Cher need her flowers. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I appreciate you. Yeah. Hey, so tell a friend to tell a friend, man. We up in here talking hip hop. Y'all know what we do, man. We celebrate. Did I say the slogan yet? I didn't say the slogan yet.
The slogan again.
All right, yeah. So we celebrate classic hip hop albums, legendary MCs, DJs, producers, etc., in a cashmere sweater. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got a cool week, man. We got some shit popping off. Real quick, man, just to kind of like recap last week. Man, we went to a dope. I guess you call it a kickback. The Dr. Dre thing with Press Players Club. You know what I'm saying?
That was so much fun. I love the new location. And we were able to be spread out. It was almost like I ain't gonna both smoke on nobody tail and say I felt like I was on the west side, but I felt like I was on the west side.
It was some Cali shit. Yeah, it really felt Cali'd out.
Yeah, it really did.
It felt Cali'd out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was a good look, man. Fam came through with the low rider, man. You know what I'm saying? Was it a 66? Yeah, with the 66. No, it was an Impala. It was an Impala. 66 Impala drop top, man. I got the footage on my page, and it's a couple of more videos coming too. You know what I'm saying? So I went live on the page. We also did a collab where we posted the recap. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fam on the camera. I forget his page, man. But yeah, I'll make sure,
we'll find it.
Y'all know I got everything
tagged out before the show is over. But
for sure.
Yeah, Neek and Flam.
Yeah, they did good with them.
We appreciate enfolding DMR into the Press Players Club, because y'all doing y'all thing, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And
so tomorrow we're doing the Snoop Doggy style celebration. It's probably not going to be as decked out and designed like the other spot, because we're going to be at social status, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to still be a good look, man. So everybody that's in H-Town, pull up, come check it out, you know what I'm saying? And let's talk some Snoop Dogg. Let's talk some history, man. You know what I'm saying? Before I go too much further, man, look, shout out to our sponsors, man. You know what I'm saying? Lonesome Frog Records over on 1900 Blaylock Drive. Oh, Bill and Brett over there, man. My folks, Unit E. And also shout out to Stephen St. Martin, attorney at law, 832-423-6056. If you get called to me. Yeah, I seen Stephen today. He talking about, man, wax your truck, man. Wax your truck. I'm like, damn, man. He was like, yeah, all you got to do is just wax it, man. It look just like new, man. It look just like new. It looks good, but you can put the icing on the cake. It's a spot over there. He told me something. I got to text him and see, but he already told me where to go. He was like, that's why you got me. Yeah, man. Shout out to Stephen St. Martin. You know what I'm saying?
That's his name.
That's fam right there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all following us on all social media platforms. Man, we about to hit 100K on Facebook. I got to say this right now, man. Look, we are right there at the door of 100K followers on Facebook, man. So
Well, you know what I
tell a friend to
did
tell a friend.
last week, and this is something I encourage y'all to do too. You know, you can go directly to the page and invite everybody who follows you to follow the page. You know, with just one click, and
that would be dope.
And I invited everybody on my page, and I've been getting notifications of people following back to
accepted
the lab.
man. See, man, good look.
I didn't know you could do like everybody.
Yeah,
I thought it was just a one off, and I was like, I will not be clicking one off.
Yeah, so tell all your friends, your auntie, your cousin, everybody. Yeah. Tell everybody to follow back to the lab, man. You can, like Cher said, it's a one-click thing where you can invite your whole friends list to go and follow back to the lab. So that'd be dope right there. That'd be dope. So we got some birthdays coming up, man. But before we get to the birthdays, man, we got a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Let's run the freestyle while we, kick back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Right. Let's go, y'all. Back to the lab, man.
Yeah, this is an artist. I thought I was grown when he came out. Got in trouble for these lyrics. Listen.
You know what I'm talking about?
Freaky what? Get that out of my house. Trying to make something new for. Why that niggas keep spitting all that game? Why you still getting bitches? This shit is insane.
Too short.
I've been writing these verses. Learn the game because I like to go in pussy and purses.
Pussy and purses.
Sometimes I knock a bitch just to do it on the strand. Every time you see me, I'm on them. That's how we was raised up in Northern California. She brought it all in.
Oh, look. Let me see that. That's perfect. That's perfect.
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with some of you bitches? Waiting on a wealthy man to come through the bitch.
Man, that boy, that talking shit. Too cheesy.
What you want? A marriage and babies with a millionaire? But not too many ladies living here. You better stay in school.
I gotta send this to everybody on Facebook real quick. And then we gonna talk our shit, man. Yeah, I used to want to be like Too Short. Big old gold chain. 75 girls.
How many?
75.
75.
Out of line. Yeah.
Turnpike.
Oh yeah. Who you said that? Isaac Hayes?
On the Chuck Turner. Old girl.
Yeah, man. What the fuck, man? That's that boy Too Sheezy, man. Yeah, Too Short birthday coming up this week, man. You know what I'm saying?
Today.
It's today?
Yeah.
Man, happy birthday, Too Short, man. That's perfect. That was perfect, man. That was a good look.
Yeah.
That was a good look, man. Today. Happy birthday, Too Short. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know he was a Taurus. Now I know why we are like, we got the same mannerisms, me and Too Short.
Oh, so you're a female pimp? You're a pimp?
No, I'm an auntie.
Ladies is what that boy Jay-Z say, ladies is players too, or something like that. He said in that song. Ladies is players too. Get that dirt off your shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
I'm an auntie.
You're an auntie now.
I'm an auntie. I got a lot of nieces.
I heard that, man. Yeah, so let's recap some more. So after the after we, your birthday,
Mm-hmm.
No, we grew up good. We had the stuffed chicken, the Cajun chicken and shit, and
Oh, dinner was
uh the
fantastic.
the 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 pie, the crawfish pies and the shrimp pies.
And
Oh
the
man,
crust on those
yeah,
pies.
so flaky and
Oh,
just forget about it.
it
And
was
then
so good.
this weekend, my banging 832 fam, I pulled up at the
Two
Lions
times.
Unity, yeah, at the Lions Unity Missionary Baptist Church out there in Fifth Ward. Man, they was doing a blood drive and they call it a peace pop up. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So yeah, they had all kind of vendors out there, food. They was giving away toys and stuff like that, man. And then they had the MD Anderson, bus out there with doing the blood drive and everything. So that was dope. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Then
saying?
Friday at Carol's.
Friday at Carol's. I didn't make it out there, but the fam was out there though. The fam was out there at Carol's representing. You know what I'm saying? And then
Baseball game.
oh, the baseball game was Wednesday. Yeah, yeah. We hit the baseball game up. Astros and Toronto Blue Jays.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my big bro Dominic. You know what I'm saying? And the Fish family, man, representing waste management. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
that shit was
speaking of
dope.
my fro, I
We
got a chance
won.
to chop it up with your sis.
Yeah,
Your sister Courtney did my hair. We had a good time for my
yeah,
birthday. That was fun.
man.
Getting a new look by fam.
Yep.
And then
But Saturday night after the peace pop up in the blood drive, I pulled up on Rome. You know what I'm saying, on the south side
right.
at the post 420 event. It was. I like vibes where you can walk up in there, man. You can blaze your shit. Like I need vibes like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need more
Romazetti,
vibes like that.
Romazetti can put together some stuff.
Yeah, man. They had a dope little showcase over there. Well, I ain't trying to say little because it wasn't nothing little about it, man. They had some artists up in there that really put on, man. You know what I'm saying? I made a post about that too. Check it out on the page.
Oh yeah,
But
that was
yeah,
some talent on
like it
there.
was some
You
talent up in
had
there. They had a guy named Rax. They had 225 Nita, Yasmin, Elo the Great, Dan D the Hitmaker. Man, they had it going on. I can't get this other cat name. His name was Dollar something. But yeah, he was dope, man. He was dope. Poem Fifth. They had a lot of dope cats up in there, man, representing and putting it down. So I was impressed, man. I was like, man, everybody was really coming with it, man. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? And the unity was dope up in there too. Like everybody was supporting each other, applauding, each other after they performed and everything. I really like vibes like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I come from where, niggas can't wait for you to get off the stage because they want to perform for the handful of people they brought with them, And then as soon as they perform, they leave. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like niggas watched your performance that had already performed. But when you perform, you want to leave with your people that you came with. Don't give them a chance to see nobody else. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little stinginess, man, in the underground, kind of local scene, right?
And I do get it if you have to be somewhere else, but support each other. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
Support each other, and that's because that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
For real, man.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, it's been a lot going on, and like I was saying, my banging 832 fam. So if y'all don't know, I'm about to let you know now. You know what I'm saying? The Back to the Lab show on Banging 832 Radio is every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central, from 6 to 7. The albums that we talk about in these Monday night lives, we play music from them albums on Wednesdays, So if you any album that I talk about today, if you want to hear something from this album, hit me in my DM, man, and let me know, what you might want to hear spent on the radio show from any of these albums that we talk about today. That's what it is. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
What other birthdays is it before we get into it?
What we got going on for birthdays? We got in no particular order. I want to give a shout out to Travis Scott. Uh, H-Town's own. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He came up in several ways,
Yeah.
and we proud of him.
Straight up. Yeah, salute Travis Scott.
Yeah,
man.
April 30th is his birthday.
I was down even on the mixtapes and everything. Like when he first came out with I think it was called Before the Rodeo or something like that. And he had another mixtape called Al Pharaoh. It was called Days Before Rodeo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he had some dope mixtapes, and then he dropped dope albums too. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely. And then
big
you
love.
got Master P. He up on the 29th on
Uh,
tomorrow. You know there's gonna be a party somewhere
you better
for
believe it.
that birthday party. Now that's a
Uh-huh.
birthday party I would love to like kick it at.
Hey,
Master P.
we're gonna talk about
Got
Master P a little bit tonight. That's crazy.
good. And Lloyd Banks, he on the 30th.
Salute Lloyd Banks, man. Queens get the money. You know what I'm saying?
Designer, May 3rd.
Oh, that's homeboy. Panda.
I
I
love
remember
that
him.
song. Like I
But
love
he
those
fell
hooks.
off. Like what the
I
hell?
know, but it's just the hook. You know, it's like
Yeah,
you be in the club.
yeah. But it was.
Get it
I got
started.
bras in Atlanta, credit cards in the scammer. Well, I talk about the scammer in the scanner. They do have scammers out there. You know what I'm saying?
You know who else would like to say hello to?
Hmm.
Wonder Mike, one of the OGs.
One of the OG, man.
His
Sugar Hill
birthday is on
Gang.
the 30th. Yep.
Shout out Wonder Mike, man. Sugar Hill Gang. Matter of fact, I think he's the only one living. You know what I'm saying?
You
From
think
the crew.
he is?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I think he's the only one living, man. God bless. What was my man's name, man? I can't even think of it. It was Wonder Mike. Damn, I can't think
And
of
that was
name.
that. That cover was so iconic.
Big Bang Hank.
Big Bang Hank. I really want to recreate that cup, the logo for Sugar Hill.
Yeah.
The record company, some kind of way. I want to do that.
That
Well, you
dope.
know, you remember Turbo B?
No,
April 30th.
I don't remember Turbo B.
Oh snap!
Turbo
I
B.
will attack. You don't want that.
Oh, from CNC Music Factory.
No, Snap.
Snap.
That's the name of the group. Snap.
Oh, I got the power. My
you know
man.
they kind of German. I think they.
I
German.
didn't even know what his name was. That's a good look. I learned something new today. What's his
born
name?
in 67. Turbo B.
Turbo B.
He was born April 30th, 1967. He a real OG, man. He came from across the waters to impress us.
Big salute to all the birthday boys and girls out there, man, and OGs. You know what I'm saying? Big salute, man.
Yeah.
That's what we here for. We're here to make sure we get them flowers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was my brother jam too when that came out.
And you don't want that. I got the power. Man, we be forgetting about joints like that, man. Like them early 90s joints, man. That
set the dance scene.
Yeah,
calm down all the crazy. That was a buffer to the gangster.
Yeah,
that was a buffer to
Yeah, because it wasn't. It had no cuss words in it. That was number one. It wasn't like on no gangster shit like you're saying, but it was just something memorable about that to where it lasted this long. Like that it's a hit. It lasted this long, man. But
right,
cats really didn't make nothing else, man. But that's good enough, I guess. Shit.
Yeah, it's the culture. It expands. You give flowers to the what is that? That knowledge base, the gangster base, the storytellers, the fly boys and girls and whatnot. But you forgot about these ones in the middle.
For real.
That incorporated rock and electronic dance and all that dance music and the hip hop. So
put it on this broadcast. On this broadcast, you know what I'm saying? You might have to go to another channel already. Yeah, man. So we about to get to it. Man. Talk some hip hop. I got a few albums lined up on my playlist for this week, man. Here's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what the album of the week gonna be. Man.
Know that 2 days
I know, man, but for some reason I just cannot figure it out. I got two that may be album of the week. You know what I'm saying? Plus, shout out to the commission. You know what I'm saying? My commission fan. They shot me a couple of suggestions too. So, I don't know, man. It just depends on what the people say. Whoever still tapped in with us, by the time we get to the end. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. So we're gonna start with the early years, and then we're gonna bring it up to the more recent, you know what I'm saying? But nothing is newer. Nothing is 10 years or younger. Everything is 10 years or older. That's the way we do shit here. We feel like if your music stood the test of time, 10 years and more, then you're doing something. Don't you think that's fair?
Absolutely.
Yeah, 10 years. If it stood the test of time for 10 years or more.
It does make me feel some type of way though, y'all.
Make you feel what?
Talking about just 10 years. I was talking to the kids. Let me get back to the mic.
Yeah, get back to the mic
in a minute. Because we got a lot going on in the background. It take a lot to run back to the lab. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I was talking to my daughter, and they, she in her early 20s, and she talking about, oh, that was back in my day.
Back in what day?
Her day, like when she talking about old rap songs from 10
what,
years
2005?
She was born in 2003 or somebody when she was in middle school.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? Because 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years ago, that was 2015.
That's back in her day.
Yeah. So I feel like if it's 10 years or older and it's still dope, you know what I'm saying? It held up pretty good.
Talking about old school and in their early 20s, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But like the albums that we got, man, we're gonna start at 1985 and then we're gonna work our way up, And also the albums that we celebrate, it has to be a milestone anniversary. So like I was saying, 10, 15, 20, so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a good look because we've been talking about 85. We've been talking about 95. There's some dope years to me, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it. First album, man, 1985. 1985. So that's a 40-year anniversary. Let's go. Man. Oh, I'm saying man. Mantronics. It's crazy because I was saying man, but for real, like Mantronics, bro. 1985. Classic right here. Classic. The joint from this album, Fresh is the Word. Took me back, man. I hadn't heard that song in so long. Man, I popped it on the other day. That shit took me back to Lockwood Skating Rink. Seriously. And anybody from H-Town, especially from the north side, Fifth Ward, something like that, you'll know that Mantronics, that Fresh is the Word, that joint right there, man, was a classic, fam. Well, is a classic. It's debut album, man, from the group. This is one of the pioneering groups, man, from the golden era right here. So y'all go back and bump this. Go back and bump this, man. You know what I'm saying? Mantronics, 1985, 40-year anniversary, y'all. You feel me? What you know about that, Mantronics? They had another joint,
but it was skate on the south side.
That's why I was asking you that earlier today. I was like, what skating rinks?
About the north side.
Yeah, what skating rinks y'all went to?
Lockwood Skate. I used to go to Lockwood. I went there one time on the bus, got in trouble for leaving the south side by myself. Well, I went by myself.
Yeah, you knew.
It was my group of friends.
You knew better.
Yeah, I did.
Number one, you knew.
We almost got jumped too.
Why you had to say that? Because you want some Fifth Ward girls tried to jump y'all. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Why you got to put it like
big
that?
Old earrings.
Fifth Ward girls tried to jump.
Face goals.
Oh shit! In 85, they must have been grown. They was grown. The hell y'all had going on? About to get jumped by some grown women from Fifth Ward.
No, I was with my bros.
Okay,
we had me and my neighbor. When my brothers used to go on dates, and they friends, our parents used to make them take us to make sure nothing happened. So that's the only reason I got to go. But we was all on the bus and stuff, sassy mouth people want to fight.
Yeah, you better watch them Fifth Ward girls out there. That Mantronic started playing. That's the Sonic started playing.
That open face and them little mustaches. They be trying to kill people.
Oh yeah, them was, you ran into some savages then. You ran into some real savages, man. So yeah, put this on your playlist, man, for the week. If you're gonna bump anything, at least bump Fresh is the Word. You know what I'm saying? At least bump Fresh is the Word. salute to what was MCT and Mantronics. You know what I'm saying? Mantronic. That was one of the members of the group. That his last name was, I think, Mantronic or something like that. But like for real, like the man. So I don't know where he was from to have a last name like that. But yeah, that was classic right there. That was classic. Yeah, Curtis Mantronic and MCT. Oh, so this was on Sleeping Bag Records, man. The label that EPMD was on when they first started. Sleeping Bag Records. Shout out to Sleeping Bag Records, man. I know they're not around anymore, man. But if anybody is still around that used to be, an executive over there, man, like shout out, because y'all really put it down, man. In the early days of hip hop, man, with some people that we look at as legends now. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping Bag wasn't no joke. Matter of fact, while we talking Sleeping Bag, let me go see who was all on that label real quick. Real quick, man. Just Ice, Nice and Smooth, EPMD. Mantronics for sure. I think that's all I can find right now. But yeah, it had to be some more on there, man. It had to be some more. Tila Rock, yeah, Tila Rock, it's yours, yeah. For sure. Yeah, man, they made history. They made history, man. Sleeping Bag Records, man. Big salute. Big salute. All right. Let's go to the next joint. Oh, I think you're gonna like this one. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. And this one is a 35-year anniversary. So we in 1990. Let's go. Who is that? You should have seen her, y'all.
You know what?
You was thinking about him today, huh?
Yeah.
Shout out to Kwame, man. This is the second album from Kwame and the New Beginning. A Day in the Life, a Polkadelic Adventure.
You know my favorite thing about Kwame?
What's that?
His consistency in his style. And he has a base with the polka dots, but he hasn't switched it up none during the years. My dear friend D.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to D.
Of the Darkest Collection. She, bless her soul, bless mine too. She loved them polka dots.
Yeah.
Every collection she got, she put a polka dot because it's a classic style.
Yeah.
And she incorporated in her collection. And I know Kwame been doing this since before it was popular. And he made it popular.
They started
wearing it at the Kentucky Derby and everything.
They tried to say that B.I.G. kind of like ended that when he made the statement in one of his rhymes.
No, sir.
But it don't seem like it ever really phased out. You know what I'm saying?
If you go back and check, if you're into fashion like that, you go back and check fashion. Kwame influenced a whole bunch of people in the Kentucky Derby that year. All the ladies were in polka dots.
Really?
Yeah.
And was he really like mentioned as far as why all of that? But you just thought of him when you saw the polka dots.
Because he's the
nobody else really rocked it and made a statement about it.
Well, Oak Town 357 wore it too.
Okay.
Yeah, they was wearing polka dots too, but he made a statement about it, like, this is my style. We love this. Yeah. And right around that time, the classy ladies started wearing polka dots. That was the thing. Came back from like the 50s or something like that. Because they used to do it in the 50s a lot.
Now, this album had one of my jams on here, Only You. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we was bumping my playlist this morning. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that only you can make me do the things I do. I love that song right there. Wow. That's probably like one of the only joints I know from this album. I need to play this there. That's why it's on rotation. That's why it's in rotation for the week, man, for the anniversary. It's definitely time to revisit this joint. You know what I'm saying? I think it was totally produced by Kwame too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a big time producer now. So if you ever hear K1 Million or K1 Mill, you know what I'm saying? That's his new alias. That's his new name that he go by. Some people still just call him Kwame. But yeah, but they say that's also known as K1 Million or K1 Mill, K1 Millie. I mean, big salute to Kwame. Yeah, man. And
Yeah,
you was talking about D, man. Shout out to my boy Tyrell too, man.
yeah, they doing it big. He's a big support of what she got going on. And
For real.
Tyrell is pretty awesome. Thank you for being a lab tech. Thank you for shooting us to the top. He know his music too now.
Yep. Yep. You
Yeah,
better
Tyrell
believe it.
know music.
Better believe it, man. Kwame, happy anniversary, man. 35 years.
Now I'm feeling nostalgia. I'm walking through the flea market, seeing all the polka dot shirts and short sets and
And they was like
rayon.
Rayon, yeah,
Rayon.
yeah. For
Put
real,
a
for real.
rayon shirt on now. It's gonna melt to your body. Better not put no silky rayon on
But
it.
back then, like cats didn't wear the little wife beaters up under the shirts and stuff.
They kept it open so you can see their piece and chain.
Little nugget, have a little nugget chain on
the all tangled up in them little chest.
Yeah, little nugget pendant on the chain, little rope chain. Yeah, boy, you better take your ass, put some nair on that taco meat.
Oh Lord!
Fuck out of here! You know what I'm talking about?
I had a nugget pendant.
Yeah, nugget pendant.
Yeah, I did.
You ever had a clip on go too?
Herringbone.
Yeah, I had a clip. I used to have a clip on go too, like to pop that joint.
I had a bottom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a bottom tray.
Yeah, I had a clip on, man. It had a little dollar sign on it. Pop that joint right on. My choice was I can either get a Run DMC hat or a clip on go to.
Mine was
I chose
plain,
to go to.
and it was the bottom row.
Okay,
plain.
All right, look at you.
Something.
Look at you. You on your shit. All right, man. So that Kwame, that was from 1990. Now we're gonna go to 95. So this is a 30-year anniversary. One time, man, for Master Ace Incorporated, Master Ace, Sitting on Chrome. Y'all remember this?
Is that a White Castle on that picture?
Once was a thug from around the way. Yep. So you better take it easy. Sitting on Chrome. Yeah, man. Master Ace. This was the one with I Was Born to Roll. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that was a joint on that too. Black boy, turn that shit down. You know that America don't want to hear that sound of the bass drum jungle music. Go back to Africa.
Jungle music.
Nigga, all the rest of you, if you're holding up traffic, Yeah, hey man, Master Ace was live. We saw him in Coney Island. We saw him, but he only came out for one song, then he dipped out. He said he was gonna be back. He came back out with the Crooklyn group when it was Buckshot and Special Ed. He came back out with them, you know what I'm saying? But I was hoping that he would do Born to Roll. Like, man, you gotta do Born to Roll. Why ain't you do Born to Roll?
Who knows, child?
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, big shout out to Master Ace, man. You know, 30th anniversary on this joint right here. 1995. We definitely all about giving them flowers, man. I bumped this shit. I had bumped this shit. And Master Ace, let me tell you how far back Master Ace goes. See, he go back to the Symphony with Cool G Rap and Big Daddy Kane and them on that joint. He spit on the Symphony, on the Marley Marl joint. You know, so he was part of the Juice Crew.
Now that's new because I didn't know. I just knew the Juice Crew. You
didn't know all the members.
I
can't and stuff?
Keep up with the members.
Yeah, it was like Roxanne Shante, Biz Markie.
Well, I knew them.
Cool G Rap, Craig G, Marley Marl for sure. It was Marley Marl's crew. Big Daddy Kane, and you know Master Ace. Yeah, they had a squad. They had a squad, man. MC Shan. They had a squad for real, for real. Let's drop some facts about this one real quick, man, before we get up out of this album. Some facts, man. The actual release date was May 2nd, 1995. So yeah, the 30-year anniversary is coming up on Delicious Vinyl. Delicious Vinyl was the same label that put out Tone Loc, Wild Thing, and Young MC. You know what I'm saying? Bust a Move. Delicious Vinyl. Let's see. 4 singles released from this album, man. Born to Roll, the INC Ride, that sampled the Isley Brothers, For the Love of You. Sitting on Chrome, Turn It Up. Pretty good ratings, too. 4 out of 5 stars, 9 out of 10, 3.5 stars out of 5 from the source. Pretty good ratings, man. I'm only aware, and I'll be straight up, I'm only aware of Born to Roll, Sitting on Chrome, and the INC Ride. So it's a must that I put this in rotation. I hope y'all put it in rotation too this week, man. Show some love, Master Ace. This is one of the albums that brothers in the commission said should be album of the week. They say Master Ace don't get his flowers enough. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we here for. We here to make sure that he get his flowers. To talk that shit.
This cover and all of a bunch of the other covers gave me an idea to maybe curate a show to break down the artwork one day. I'm gonna put that on the paper.
The artwork of what? Of this album?
Of all the covers. We're gonna do that one day.
Okay.
Yeah. Stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned.
And I used to like covers like this too, man, where they draw all the whips. Yeah, man. All the whips. And that is a White Castle, though, like you said. That is a White Castle. I'm pretty sure it's in Brooklyn or something.
Probably Castle.
Because he couldn't put White Castle on there, because that probably would have been a little copyright thing or something.
Exactly.
But they got all the whips, all the whips all fixed up and shit. The hydraulics. You would think that it was like a West Coast vibe, but this nigga is straight out of New York, man. Straight out of New York.
Yeah.
Old school classic ride, like old Chevys and shit, man. I see drop top Benzes, Suburbans, yeah. Yeah, man. Sitting on Chrome.
We're gonna do that one day.
I fuck with it.
Y'all stay tuned.
I fuck with it, man. Legendary cover, man. Shout out Master Ace. I love it. You know what I mean? Let's see what else we gonna get into. Let's see what else. But you do know about that Born to Roll, though, huh?
Oh, absolutely.
I was born to roll. Brainiac dum-dums, what's the scientifical? Here go a good one right here. So that was the time when Nelly dropped the album. Well, he dropped 2 albums in the same day. One was called Sweat, one was called Suit. And you put them together, you get Sweat Suit. So he dropped a compilation that was songs from both albums. I think a couple of unreleased tracks too. But songs from both albums. You know what I'm saying? And he came out with the compilation, man. Sweatsuit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nelly. And like I always say, man, we here because we want to make sure that don't nobody get left out when we talking hip hop, and we giving props to people who contributed to the culture and did numbers, man, and kind of like made a big impact, made a huge impact, with their sound and their consistency and everything, man. So we got to give flowers. That's what we here for. We got to do it. So this was released in the year 2000. You know what I'm saying? It's 2005. It was released in 2005. I skipped a year, but I'm gonna go back. Album consists of tracks from his 2004 simultaneous album releases, Sweat and Suit. This is on Universal and Dirty Music Entertainment, For Real Music Entertainment. The actual release date, I don't have the actual release date, but it was definitely May 2005. B.I.G. was on this joint. Jagged Edge, Paul Wall, Big Gip from the Good and Mob, Ali from St. Lunatics, Pharrell, Jaheim. I listened to it today, man. Oh, and this also had the "Cause It's All in My Head." over and over again. Remember that joint right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That
Big
was
joint.
I like that. That's like one of them chill
Yeah, it was pretty
coffee
dope.
house like hip hop.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That song did numbers, man. That song did numbers for real. I ain't gonna even lie. Because it was dope to see a collab like that, you know, the fusion. That was dope. Snoop Dogg, Ron Isley was on here, Anthony Hamilton, man, Jazzy Fade, Stephen Marley, Mobb Deep, Missy Elliott. Man, this was a banger. This was a banger. Yes, indeed. Let's see if it did anything on the chart. Now, as a compilation, now it's always good when a compilation, like something that you really didn't have to put no work in on, you just packaged it up. It's always good when a compilation do numbers. And this one did numbers. It went gold in the UK and gold here in the United States. Peaked at number 6 on the top R&B and hip hop albums chart, number 5 on the top rap albums chart, and number 26 on the Billboard 200 charts. But it also hit Australian, Japanese, New Zealand, and UK charts. Whew. Well, some of that Skull Flint was on the Japanese charts.
It probably is, and you don't even know it. Cause I found some Shadow Mob. I found a lot of stuff over there in other countries. They ain't know it.
Man, shout out to Shadow Mob too. Q Boy. Oh, Q Boy was at the What You Call the other night too.
He was?
I forgot to tell you that.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, he had
I
pulled
talked
up.
to him for my birthday. That's my guy, man.
Yeah, Q Boy pulled up. You know, my boy High Risk. The boy had them hats on too.
Yeah.
Boy had them hats on. That's their signature, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mom had them gangster hats. Yeah, man. Big shout out to Nelly, man. You know what I'm saying? All you niggas out there that be acting like, you know, man, Nelly ain't hip hop. Ooh, man, Nelly did a lot for hip hop, man. He did numbers. You know what I'm saying? He brought a lot of his homeboys with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what transpired of that. It ain't my business. But he did bring his boys with him. Wasn't nobody really paying attention to St. Louis like that until he dropped. Not that I remember. Do you? St. Louis?
Yeah.
I don't really remember a lot popping out of St. Louis before Nelly came out.
I mean, all of them had the underground scene for sure.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, you know, went to other cities probably, you know, in the Midwest and you know, came from there.
Yeah.
You know, and did their thing there. But
mainstream, yeah. Mainstream wise, I
definitely.
didn't really hear too much coming out of St. Louis. And we got to give Nelly his props because now, hey man, you got Sexy Red and I don't know what else is popping out of St. Louis, but I'm sure they got a lot more popping out of the loop. Yeah, but that was back when Nelly was popping too. I'm talking about like now, up into today's time.
Yeah, they little individual underground stuff.
For sure.
Together.
I used to rock with Ali. Like Ali was nice and Murphy Lee was nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Key One was dope too. The whole squad, man. But yeah, they used to put together some shit, man. The whole
Screw got his hands on some of their stuff.
Yeah, the whole Saint Lunatics album, Free City, that was a dope album. Mm-hmm. That was a dope album. I like that. It's a Midwest thing. No, ain't got a clue why my color's blue. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Let's see what's next. Let's see what's next up in here, man. We got so I gotta go back to the year 2000 because I did skip 2000. Let's go back to 2000. This is a good one, man. We're gonna take it to the NO. That's why I say we were talking about Master P, you know what I'm saying, earlier. So that'd be a good look, man. We take it to the NO and show P some love real quick, man.
We'll be showing P love every year for the next eternity.
Yeah, big love, Master P, man.
Eternity.
504 Boys. You know what I'm saying? This was the debut album by Supergroup, man. Supergroup. That's what they call it now. Is Supergroup. It was Master P, Silk the Shocker, Mystical, C Murder, Mac, Crazy, and the late great Mr. Magic, man. You know what I'm saying? Big love, man. Production The Neptunes, Carlos Stevens, Donald XL Robinson, just to name a few. Snoop Dogg was on this joint. Mercedes. You remember Mercedes?
Yes.
She was bent over on the front cover.
Yes.
Yeah. Nobody, I think when she finally dropped that album, it was on a million niggas wish list already when she finally dropped it.
Already. Like,
Yeah.
Mercedes represented the quintessential project, classy, baddie in NO and all the surrounding areas. Because they was all, and it was all real. Wasn't no BBLs out there. That's all gumbo.
Yep. Gumbo and crawfish.
Gumbo and red beans.
Red beans and
gumbo.
All that shit, man. Yeah, 504 Boys. Now, y'all might know the song Wobble Wobble from this album right here, man. That was the most popular joint from this joint. But they did drop 3 more singles after that. A track called Wody, a track called D Game, and I Can Tell. Now, I Can Tell was another banger, though. Then I look in your eyes that I know you want to fuck. And you ain't gotta come in your mood. Yeah, that was a banger right there. And then with you ain't gotta say too much, girl. I know in your eyes, girl.
Why you censoring it? Don't censor.
You ain't gotta come in your mood. Whatever she be saying.
Yeah.
That was a banger though. I ain't gonna lie, that was a banger. That was a banger. Man, they shitted on them on the ratings, man. Shitted on them. All Music gave it a 2.5 stars out of 5. Shit, Los Angeles Times gave it a 2 out of 4 stars. Rolling Stone gave it a 2 out of 5. The Source gave it a 3.5 out of 5. USA Today gave it a 2.5 out of 4. Wow.
USA they some haters. I mean, you got to look at who's actually looking at USA Today. So that really don't count.
Yeah,
Their opinion didn't matter back in the days.
That was kind of crazy. But dig this. It peaked at number 2 on the Billboard 200. Number 1 on the top R&B and hip hop album chart. And it went gold.
What the New Orleans Time Picayune say about it?
I don't see none of that over here. I don't see none of that over here.
Picayune say about it. They newspaper. That's the only thing that matters.
Yo, that boy Justin tapping in. What up, Jay? I see you, fam. That's the fam Justin right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Up there in Justin? Canada, man. What's going down, man?
One of our biggest and livest supporters on
yes,
Facebook.
Indeed, man. Yeah, we love you, Jay. You know what I'm saying? That's the bro right there. Yeah, man. But shout out to Master P and the whole squad, man. 504 Boys, man. Like I said, P, Silk, Mystical, C Murder, Mac, Crazy, and Mr. Magic, man. Rest in peace to Mr. Magic. Was there any other production on this joint? No, that's about it. Neptunes, Donald XL, Carlos Stevens. Yeah, Neptunes produced the track. I think they produced the track that got Snoop on it, though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hold up. Fred Rick. Fred Rick did some production on here. Got to shout out Fred Rick. But where did the Neptunes do some work? So the Neptunes produced D Game. And D Game, I see why. I see why they produced this one. D Game had Master P, Pharrell, Pusha T, and Crazy on there. So that's why they made that one. Because Pusha T, anything Pusha T was on, probably had to be produced by the Neptunes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Real shit, man. Real shit. We winding on down, man. We winding on down. What's next? Let's see. 2010. Let's go to 2010. And then we're going to take it to my boys in Memphis, man.
Maine.
Yeah, I had to hit him with my main, like Kenny Kane.
Maine.
Memphis and nothing else. 8 Ball and MJG, man. 10 Toes Down. You know what I'm saying? This is the 8th album. That's crazy. The 8th album from 8 Ball and MJG. Maine. You know what I'm saying? Southern Royalty, man. You know what I'm saying? Southern Royalty. I Actual release date May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th
They
be
did
with
that.
you.
If they dropped the motherfucker on May 4th, that was a good look. It was on Grand Hustle Records and E1. Grand Hustle is TIP.
Yep.
That's TI label. Yeah, it's a good look.
Yeah, that's going back to that, you was kicking it with Roman Zeddy. I remember me and Ron went out there to
Yeah, I did
Atlanta.
something ATL. Yeah.
Yeah, ATL at Grand Hustle. We had a good time.
Fire. That's
Yep.
fire, man. Production on this joint. Drummer Boy, Norden B, 1500 or nothing. David Banner. Man, and then some of the guest appearances, Bun B, Lil Boosie. Boosie badass. Slim Thugger, Soulja Boy. They had Soulja Boy on here. Soulja Boy was the first. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
T.I. was on here. Young Dro. Yeah, man. Album debuted at number 36 on the Billboard 200, number 10 on the top R&B and hip hop album charts, number 5 on the top rap album charts, and number 6 on the independent album charts. Selling 16,000, man, in the first week. Memphis, man. So they dropped 2 singles from this album, 10 Toes Down and Bring It Back. But everybody remember Life Goes On with Slim Thug on that bitch. And that was a Drummer Boy beat. So yeah, definitely put this in rotation this week, man. Show them boys some love, man. Give them some flowers for their anniversary. The 8th album. Not too many can get to 8 albums, man.
That gonna be on the playlist Wednesday?
Oh, for sure. I got something.
Yeah.
I got something coming from that. Yeah, I got something coming from that. For real.
Good.
And shout out T.I., man, because T.I. had swooped them boys up. I think he swooped them up after they was on Bad Boy for a little while.
Okay.
After they was on Bad Boy, the T.I. kind of brought him back down to the South. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't like him going to Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? Even before the whole baby, all the Diddy thing and shit. Even before that, they didn't like him going to Bad Boy.
Yes, my forehead is in my hand right now.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got a couple more. Now, I always try to make sure that we give the ladies some love. You know what I'm saying? You got to always make sure we shout the ladies out, man. So here's an anniversary that's coming up this week. It's a 15-year anniversary. Show some love, man, to the motherfucking Diamond Me Princess, man. The Diamond Princess, Trina. Yes, indeed, man. Slip and Slide, EMI. You like Trina?
Yes, indeed.
I fucks with Trina. Pull over that ass too fat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
When that came out.
Bitch, you don't know now? Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't find any reason not to rock with Trina. Trina had some good... And I think it's, a lot had to do with the background, her background and stuff. She was able to come with that fire. You know what I'm saying? She got that it factor when she performing. And she hot. You know what I'm saying? Everything works for Trina with me.
And that's another one that's natural.
Natural.
No BBLs over there, huh?
Mm-mm.
That's that Florida. That's alligator and rice and shit, huh?
Rice and oranges.
Gravy. You say oranges.
Keep
Florida
skin
natural.
Pretty, yeah. Vitamin C.
Yeah. Trina live, man.
Yeah,
Trina live.
exactly.
This is her 5th album. You know what I'm saying?
He said gator meat.
Yeah, they eat tougher than gator meat, man. Check out some of the production on this motherfucker right here. You finna trip out.
Cool.
So, Mario Winans, you remember?
When I hear whinings, I hear gospel.
Nah, I'm talking about. I don't wanna know.
Oh, okay.
If you're playing me, please don't let
okay.
me know. Yeah, Mario Winans.
Mario. Okay.
Jim Johnson, that's the guy that made the I run the streets all night and day. The hood love.
I like that little sample too.
For that he made the beat for Slim Thug. That's Jim Johnson right there.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure he did some more shit too. Oh, matter of fact, he did You Can Do Whatever You Like by T.I.
Oh, okay.
He did that too. Yeah. Justice League did a whole lot of shit for Rick Ross and Jeezy and shit like that. But check this out. Lady Gaga produced a song on here.
I believe it.
What's the name of the song that Lady Gaga produced? Let me get up here. Let me see something. Where is it? Oh, Let Them Hoes Fight. She got co-production with Jim Johnson. Let Them Hoes Fight. We're gonna have to play this shit after we get off.
Oh yeah.
Cause I gotta hear what that joint sound like. You know what I'm saying? But the official release date, May 4th. What's up with this May 4th from 2010?
Well,
Yeah.
it's a memorable, popular date for several reasons.
Okay.
May
The
the
day,
fourth be you.
May the 4th be with you. And then it's the day before Cinco de Mayo.
There
You know what
you
I'm
go.
saying?
I mean, it's a popular date. These people, these marketing people, they know what they doing when they doing these release dates. Trust me, trust and believe. It's something behind each one of them. This just ain't no rando stuff going on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they say she co-wrote the song. She didn't co-produce. She co-wrote the song. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? But that's still part of production.
Yeah, yeah.
That's still part of production. Let's see now. Ratings. Let's go to the ratings. You know what I'm saying? We can't stop with the other joints. We gotta talk about the ratings for everything. Um, an outfit called Hip Hop. You See It. They gave it 3.5 stars out of 5. All Music gave it 3.5 out of 5. Rap Reviews gave it 7 out of 10. And DJ Booth gave it 3 out of 5. But they say she sold more than 32,000 copies in the first week. And
Mhm.
and by a year later, the album had sold 98,000 copies in the entire country. You know what I'm saying? But I still want to make sure she get her flowers though. You know, that's what we here for. Collaborations: Nicki Minaj, Carrie Hilson, um, Flo Rida, Life Jennings. Now I was trying to avoid, but let's go and get
Say
nigga Diddy was on here.
it. I was wondering what you were gonna say.
Nigga Diddy was on the album. Some people get canceled. You know what? Real quick. Okay,
Sidebar.
let's wrap this up. And then I'm gonna ask you. Let's wrap this up because we got to go back to the 504 boys real quick. So anyway, uh, it hit number 13 on the Billboard 200, number 2 on the Billboard top rap albums, and number 1 on the independent albums chart. Oh, number 4 on the Billboard top R&B and hip hop album chart. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. That's My Attitude was on this joint. You remember that?
Yeah.
$1 Million Girl, Always, White Girl, My Bitches. I really got to hear this Let Them Hoes Fight. And we're going to be busy this week. We got a lot of shit popping on this. Our playlist going to be stacked this week. It's going to be stacked this week. All right. I think we through with this one. And we got one more.
What's that idea you had before you
I'm about to
forget?
go there. As soon as I take this off the screen, I'm about to go there. Some people get canceled in this industry, in this culture, in this life of ours that we live.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of niggas done canceled R. Kelly. Am I wrong for that? I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, this is your.
Yeah,
You're not wrong for your
I can talk
opinion.
my shit, huh?
Please. Come
Yeah,
on
I
now.
canceled Kells. I canceled Diddy. Did you cancel Mystical? Is he not? He ain't that no more with you? Because he got a couple of sexual assault. SA. You got to abbreviate and you got to come up with these politically correct terms on these podcasts and shit. So yeah, how you feel about that? Because
Well,
while I'm canceling everybody, like I can't have selective outrage.
here's my deal with it. Okay.
Talk your shit.
So my thing with cancellation, I just don't invest time or money or anything like that or me going out my way to be like, I got to hear this R. Kelly, I got to hear this Mystical, I got to hear some Bad Boy.
Not bad boy, just did it.
Just did he?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just say that. Okay, I stand corrected. Just did.
Mm-hmm.
But what has he done? It's not like he is like a whole rapper. He just in people's videos and stuff. But I don't go out my way to invest my time or money to be into these people. But unfortunately, you cannot negate the contribution of these people and their genius.
Yeah.
They fall short of humanity. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
They fell short for humanity. It's true. That side of them, destroyed everything they had. However, you cannot discount the genius that was instilled in them when they put out these musics. You can't just be like, these musics, because you can't say, oh, that's trash because he pissed on somebody.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? You
crazy.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The tracks, like different rappers, him, you can't say, oh, his music trash because he pissed on somebody. You have to say,
I don't bump him no more.
I don't bump him no more, and I don't invest my money and time. F him.
That's what I say.
Let him deal with his own stuff.
That's what I say. Like I'll never say that their music ain't hot no more just because I'm mad at him and I don't like the character of him as a person no more. Yeah. I just say, I just don't listen. I don't support their music no more.
Yeah, you don't support it.
Yeah.
But when you hear it.
Like if I was to hear B.I.G. With the R. Kelly, Fucking You Tonight, that's a banger right there. And it make me feel some kind of way because I'd be like, damn, man, Kel's on this motherfucker. But the joint hot. For real.
So what can you do? You know what I mean? So and that comes from a place of wisdom and not hate. You know what I mean? Because I know what's up. Because you could put somebody on the shelf and put them over there in the side and still support. You cannot negate the genius that came from their production and their contributions to hip hop, R&B, and whatnot.
I like the way you think.
So, yeah. So it may be unpopular. I may be straddling the fence, but hey, that's just my opinion about it. But yeah, I would not spend another red dime that I earned.
A red dime? That motherfucker must have been
none of they shit.
Buried or something.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So because I have moral standards too.
Yo, what up, Tegan? Tegan, say what up, family?
What's up, Tegan?
What's going down, man?
You know who that is, huh?
That's Tanya kid?
Yeah. That's Tanya's daughter.
That's Tanya's daughter? Okay. Yep. What's up?
How's school going, baby?
That's real.
Let us know how school going.
That's real. Yeah, I like the way you think. I like, so I've never taken anything away from them musically. Because if it's fire, it's fire. I'll never be able to go back on a thought that I had about something. You know what I'm saying? Well, some things I can, but musically I can't say that because if it was jamming, it's jamming. Regardless of who he is as a person. But
that's Tanya using T. Hey,
that's
Tanya.
Okay.
Hey, baby.
What up, T? But yeah, I just had to kind of like etch it out of my mental flash drive, with all my songs and shit. But damn. I really fucked up a good thing, man.
Yeah, because even to have a record collection and not being able, or not, I mean, you can. It's not that you ain't able to go buy some, I can't imagine what record stores still have R. Kelly floating around if it's not a used joint. But, not to, I can't put it in the collection because that's investing. I don't want to.
I don't want it in the
collection. I don't want to contribute to that at all. But yeah, I don't. He's condemned, but that genius is already out there in the universe, and you can't take it back. Just like they transgressions, it's already out there. You can't take it back. It is what it is.
We got one more album. One more album to celebrate, man, and mention.
Mm-hmm.
This one right here was pretty interesting, man. Like I bumped it a few times last week. I bumped it today. Me and Zach, we played it, and
You played
it's
it at the Pilates
yeah, I
studio?
played it at the Pilates studio.
Was
Not
this
while class,
class?
not while class was going on, not while the class was going on, but
You play Trina doing class?
just kind of, I could, you know, I think she did have a clean version on there somewhere.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let's talk about this joint right here now. Raekwon,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
a lot of people don't care too much for Raekwon's later part of his discography. You know, you know, when you mention only built for Cuban links, I mean, people go crazy, man. But then when
Mm-hmm.
you start talking about the later albums, I don't hear people mention them that much, man. So I was almost kind of discouraged to play it because I don't hear people talking about nothing besides the purple tape, only built for Cuban links. But I said, man, the only way I'm gonna know if it's jamming or not is if I bump it. I gotta bump it. So yeah, man, I played the joint. There's a few songs on here that I cut for. Now I'm not comparing it. I'm not putting it nowhere up there with a purple tape or nothing like that. You know, what's the name of the he put out a couple more joints, man. Immobilarity. Um, God damn, I can't think of some of his other joints. But he got like an extensive discography, man. Like this is his sixth album. But people always just talk about the debut. Just the debut. Just the debut, man.
Debut was fire.
Yeah, and it was, man. You know, but with an MC that has his type of ability, I just had to go and listen to it to say, yeah, I gave it a shot. And like I said, man, it's one we're jamming. Now I definitely need to play it some more so I can get more familiar with some of the songs and some of the bars and everything. But I mean, the dude, I mean, it's no doubt that he got a masterful flow. You know what I'm saying? Just sharp, sharp with the motherfucking wordplay. You know, it's just it's intricate the way he flowed, his rhyming patterns. Like I can't you can't say enough. You can't say enough about it. But like I say, they always talk about the debut. So if he's so dope, then why don't y'all jam the rest of the joints, man? Why don't
Because
y'all jam the
people
rest of the
are
joints?
into, like, people are more, the masses are more into what's popular and what's popular. And that's
Okay.
what they go for.
Okay.
So that's why they don't do that. And they sleeping on a lot of stuff, you
Well,
know.
y'all should give this one a listen, man. If you never heard this, oh, and check out the name of the album, man. It's called Fly International Luxurious Art. FILA. Fila. You know what I mean?
Very clever.
The official release date was April 28, 2015. It was on Ice H2O Music and Caroline Entertainment or Caroline Records. Production on this joint, man. Jerry Wonder, who worked with the Fugees, Scram Jones, dope ass producer slash rapper, you know, out of New York. Scoop DeVille, who produced for Snoop Dogg, Dre, Nipsey Hussle, 50 Cent. You know, his I'm gonna tell you what song he made. He made that Poetic Justice by Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And the Snoop Dogg I wanna rock right now. Snoop Dogg. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did that. And then check this out. This is crazy too. At age 3, he was seen being carried in his father's arms in the video for Kid Frost La Raza back in 1990.
Shut up.
So that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, man. Scoop DeVille, man. He did some production on here. Matter of fact, he produced a song that got Snoop on it. Snoop and Raekwon called 1212. So yeah, man. I think we should get this one to listen, man. I'm telling you. Now let's talk about some of the other features on this joint, man. ASAP Rocky, Ghostface Killer, Busta Rhymes, French Montana, Two Chains, Snoop Dogg. I mentioned Snoop. Rick Ross is on this joint. And that's just to name a few, man. Give the album a chance, ladies and gentlemen. I know y'all want Purple Tape Raekwon, but just give it a chance if you never heard it before. Go just listen to it. Songs I'm feeling on here. I'm feeling 4 in the morning. I'm feeling the Fila song with Two Chains. I'm feeling 1212 with Snoop Dogg. I think that's about it. I got to go back and bump it a little bit more, but it's in rotation for the week, y'all. Yes, indeed. That's what we're doing, man. That's what we're doing. Raekwon the Chef. Oh, one more time. Let me see if it had any chart facts. Okay, chart facts. Number 60 on the Billboard 200. Number 7 on the top R&B hip hop album charts. Number 6 on the top rap albums. Number 4 on the U.S. independent albums. And number 14 on the top tastemaker albums charts. Yeah, man. Let's do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you listen to it and you find something on it that you like, hit me in the DM. Let me know what I should play from this album on Wednesday on the Back to the Lab show on Bangin' 832 Radio, 6 p.m. Central. You know what I'm talking about?
Bringing some of that New York underground.
Yeah, let me know. Yeah, because on the show, I tell you, I go all over the map, but I'm always bring it back to the slab. You get it? I'm going to always bring it back to the slab because it's back to the lab. I'm gonna take you all. I'm gonna take you to the West Coast. I'm gonna take you to the Midwest. I'm gonna take you to the East Coast. All that shit. But I'm gonna bring it back to the slab. By the time the show over, I'm gonna bring it back to the slab. For real, man. And just because we a Houston based record. I mean, what is it? A radio station. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say a record label. You know what I'm saying? Just because
write that down.
Maybe. Yeah, just because we're H-Town radio station, don't mean we play just H-Town music. But during my show, I'm definitely gonna close the show off with some H-Town shit. No ifs, ands, or buts. On Back to the Lab.
So, what is your album of the week?
I still don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all been tapped in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the album of the week is gonna be. And if you don't know, I'm finna tell you. So album of the week basically to me means that is what I play the most during the week. Any reels, I mean not reels, but any like stories that I make, I use songs from the album in my stories and stuff like that. So out of all the albums that we talked about today, what's the album of the week? And let's run it down again. We got Mantronics, the album from 1985. Kwame and a New Beginning, A Day in the Life, a Polkadelic Adventure. This is 1990. Master Ace Incorporated, Sitting on Chrome, 1995. We got the compilation, Sweatsuit by Nelly, year 2000. Is this 2000 or 2005? I want to say it's 2005. Because for some reason, Yeah, 2005. I was right. Yeah, 2005. We got Trina also, 2010. A Ball and MJG 2015 on this one. No, 2010. Damn, I'm getting my years all fucked up. 504 Boys. You know what I'm saying? Album called Goodfellas. This from 2000. And the Raekwon, man. Fly International Luxurious Art from 2015. What's my album of the week? I don't know.
I think you should go classic.
So we go with the Master Ace because, because a lot of niggas say Master Ace don't get enough flowers, man. Master Ace.
I think you should go with the Master Ace. But, that's up to you.
And then niggas say Kwame don't get enough flowers too. So can we have 2 albums of the week?
Yeah. 2 albums of the week.
2 albums of the week, man. So
y'all listen to y'all favorites, DMR, and see what we're gonna put on the playlist for Wednesday. Hope you tapping in to Banging 832.
Yeah.
Radio.com and listen to the Back to the Lab show. It's surefire.
Yeah. So I think the 2 albums of the week gonna be the Master Ace and the Kwame.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Master Ace and the Kwame.
There we go.
They need their flowers. They need their flowers, man. That's what I'm gonna do. So shout out to the commission, my bros over there, Bump, Chateau. You know what I'm saying? They was definitely telling me to go with Master Ace. And then somebody over there, I think Bump had mentioned Kwame too. Like, man, Kwame need his flowers, bro. So yeah, they both get their flowers. That's what we're gonna do, man. Master Ace and Kwame. I'll be listening to a lot of that this week. But I needed to refresh anyway with the Master Ace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when he came out in Coney Island, he did that one joint and he left, and I was like, what are you doing? Like I wanted to hear some of his music. I wanted to see how he performed on stage. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see, if he was a dope performer or not. I wanted to hear some more. I definitely wanted to hear Born on the Road. You know what I mean? But yeah. This will be a good look this week. And make sure y'all tune in, like Cher said, tune in on Wednesday to the Back to the Lab show on Banging 832 Radio. That's banging832.com. It's 24/7 music, but Back to the Lab show starts at 6 p.m. Central.
All right, y'all.
You feel me? Yeah, man. Anything else we got to say before we get up out of here? I'm gonna make sure that we
just stay tuned on all platforms, like and share, and look for that. We're trying to increase our followers, so help us out.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
By this time tomorrow, we'll probably be looking at 100K followers on Facebook.
Good
you know
look.
What I'm saying? That'd be real good, man. Make sure y'all following all social media platforms at Back to the Lab. When you see the logo, you'll know that it's us. You know what I'm saying? And one more time, man, shout out to our sponsors, Lonesome Frog Records, 1900 Blaylock Drive, Unit E, Bill and Brett. Big love, man. Stephen St. Martin, attorney at law, 832-423-6056. If you ever get caught in the mix, that's my man. He going to take care of you. You know what I mean? Especially if you're in Texas, Louisiana, something like that. He going to work his magic. You can't be done fucked off a whole slew of people. Yeah, you gotta relax, nigga. They gonna put you.
Justice.
Yeah, they gonna put you in a jail, and then they gonna take that jail and put it under another jail. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, we love y'all, man. This is Kinfolk DMR. You know what I'm saying? And share the experience, man. This has been Back to the Lab Live, where we celebrate classic hip hop albums, legendary MCs, DJs, producers, etc., in a cashmere sweater, man. We'll see y'all next week on the live, but make sure y'all tap in daily for those daily celebrations, man. We love y'all, fam. One love.